Hello, hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. I'm here with you literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community. You've been so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed. So, all right. Lewis, yes, happy kitty, purr. Yes. Just doing some nice gray nails today, and using the Housewives Tarot. Okay. On today's episode, Orangina is publicly threatening to revoke the birthright citizenship of one of his long-time detractors, saying they're not in the best interest of the United States. Thank you, Claude. Gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Also, on today's episode, the metadata on the Epstein video tells forensic experts that the video, even if it wasn't significantly altered, it has been tampered with. Not good. And it looks like Obama is stepping back into the spotlight. Yes. Okay. All right, so we'll jump into the first question here at 2 minutes, 30 seconds from Claude and Kristen from Uncover the News. Thank you. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. Wow. Oh, I forgot to mention one quick thing. If you could subscribe, it would be really, really useful. I'm losing subscribers. My subscriber count is dropping. So if you wouldn't mind, I'd really appreciate it. So, okay. Okay. I can't with it. This is... Okay, Republican representatives. All right, Republican representatives. Tom Emmer, Minnesota District 6. Michelle Fischbach, Minnesota District 7. Pete Stauber, Minnesota District 8. Tom Tiffany, Wisconsin District 7. Brad Finstad, Minnesota District 1. And Glenn Grothman, Wisconsin. Not sure the district. Okay. They just gathered as many of their brain cells together as they could into a little pile, enough to write a letter to Canada, a letter to Canadian Ambassador Kirsten Hillman, asking the Canadian government to redirect the smoke of their wildfires. Let that sink in. They should better control their wildfires, and they need to redirect the smoke of their wildfires. Okay. That's like it is. It's like asking Canada to warm up the north winds in winter, so it's not too cold in the U.S. Okay. Have Republicans completely lost their minds? Pam, no, not kidding. Nope, not kidding. Okay. I can't. Redirect. Better control their wildfires. Sure, why not ask? But redirect the smoke of wildfires. Okay, yeah. You're not making us look good, guys. Really. Not I know there are women involved too, but in the colloquial guys, kind of like Junior, but not the way Junior says it, guys. But seriously, you're making us look bad. Could you please not? 10 of Swords. Can you imagine being the Canadian ambassador and getting this letter? 2 of Pentacles. What exactly are they supposed to do? Wave their arms? To redirect the smoke? What exactly are they supposed to do? 7 of Pentacles. Okay, are these people who have no idea how the world works? Temperance is in the middle. Sure, we'll get right on that. Yeah, we'll jump right on that. 4 of Cups, refusal, and 6 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, thanks. Sure. Redirect the smoke. I was brought up in a very, very conservative household. You did not call anyone older than you by anything. You never called them by their first name, no matter what. You called them Miss, Mrs., or Mr. You had respect, or you were going to get it when you got home. And so I had to show respect to older people the whole time I was growing up, or I'd be in big trouble. And now that I am the older person, I'm old. I'm probably, I don't know, but I'm probably older than most of these people. No, just no. Okay. So it's oh God, I can't. King of Swords. Oh, yeah. Swords are air signs, so mental acuity. Yeah, there's a J for genius right there. 9 of Wands. 9 of Swords. Judgment. Yeah, then we get into the whole victim mentality and sleepless nights, and so they have to judge. We're the victims, and then they become the persecutor, and then they get pushed back, and then they become the victim again. It goes on and on. Anyway, okay, all right. Okay. Lois, running for election should require an IQ test. Maybe that's a possibility. Okay, yeah. Okie dokie. So we're going to get to the Obama question later. Well, I mean, he can't run again, but oh, please come out and talk. Oh, please, please, please. I think Barack Obama was one of our best presidents ever. So, all right. At 10 minutes in, nice try. Oh, Sarah sent me something. Oh, yeah, here we go. So this next question, Sarah sent me the screen capture. So you don't have to take my word for it. Thank you, Sarah. If I get rid of the giddies for a minute and share this, I don't even need to tell you. I can just read this to you. Donald J. for Genius Trump. Because of the fact that Rosie O'Donnell is not in the best interests of our great country, capitalized, because I'm an idiot and would be German authoritarian, I'm giving serious consideration to taking away her capital C citizenship. She is a capital T threat to capital H humanity and should remain in the wonderful capital C country of Ireland if they want her. God bless America. She is kitties. And if I go down here to research, I didn't think to do this, but I can do a quick for Rosie. O'Donnell, born 1962 in Comac, New York. March 21st, 1962 in Comac, New York, Rosie O'Donnell. And she is an Aries with a Libra moon and a Gemini rising. Well, Gemini rising with the whole speaking thing, that makes sense. So she was born very much in this country, this one. Unlike Trump's mom. Just saying. Of course, Smith says a Long Island girl. There we go. Terry says Rosie just moved into her house in Dublin, Ireland. That's what I heard. And I made Amanda laugh. So good. I'm a happy bunny if I can make somebody laugh. Sarah, hey, Sarah's in the chat. She criticized him for firing the weather people ahead of the flooding. Rosie O'Donnell? Anyway, while he may try to pass it off as just bluster, Orangina publicly threatened to revoke the birthright citizenship of one of his longtime detractors, saying that Rosie O'Donnell is not in the best interests of the U.S. Not in the best interests? A policy can or cannot be in the best interest of the U.S., but a person... Seriously. Try to find a brain cell. Try to find, maybe I've got one, I've got two. Okay, if I rub them together really fast, I can go post something on Truth Social. So, will this sound any alarms? Good. Amanda, good. Trump's victory, please. His victory can't handle the truth. Magician, this is misuse of his resources. Six of Pentacles. This is just picking and choosing what he feels like. This is not good. Not good for the country. And I suspect here's the thing. He usually runs his mouth. Raymond says Rosie lives in Ireland. Yes, she moved to Ireland. When Trump won, she moved to Ireland to be safe, to keep her family safe. So anyway, sorry, the phone's not mine. Trump usually runs his mouth to run things up the flagpole, to see what might work, what might not work. And if he doesn't get enough pushback, that's when he just keeps pushing forward. So maybe there's going to come a point here where he really does cross the line. But the fact that he even posted that is appalling. And that is why the next question is about Obama, because I am hoping that he can create that contrast of that's not right. This is what a president does. This is how a president acts. This is how a president speaks. Not that embarrassment, cretin, blankety blank, heinous human being. All right, there's the institution. Yeah, you don't use this because I don't like them. Tishy says to get attention from the news to cover up bad things in the dark. Oh, yeah, well, we're going to get to that about the Epstein footage. We're going to get to that. King of Cups, Queen of Wands, Four of Swords. That is absolute quiet. You really need to go to court, and you really need to prove why somebody should lose their citizenship. So basically, he's running his mouth, and that's about it. There's a star. She's prominent, Seven of Pentacles, and she's fine. She's safe. But no, this goes nowhere. Nowhere. Zero. Nowhere. You can't executive order somebody out of their citizenship. No. You pathetic excuse. You boil on the back of America. Anyway. Yeah, ignore it. Ignore him. Mm-mm. So. I'm very excited. At 1725, Barack Obama. Barack Obama is stepping back into the spotlight to do some much-needed fundraising for the Democratic Party. Please. Oh, will this be the shot in the arm that this country needs, the Democrats need? Star says, you mean ignore him? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say the wrong thing? I'm sorry. What did I say? Tishy says, I miss Obama. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. So. Well, the right will have something to complain about. But I don't know. If I'm not saying we should, but if somebody was going to get a third term, I don't think it should be the person with 34 felony convictions, 6 bankruptcies, adjudicated R word, etc., etc. Perhaps it should be the competent, intelligent man who did great things for our country and was beloved around the world. Just saying, just a thought. Mrs. Conga, the great chair of happiness. Oh, yeah. Three of Cups. Oh, we'll be celebrating. King of Swords. Fool. Devil. Let's face it. I said ignore. You just said ignore him? You said ignore him. Okay, thank you. This is Obama having a battle of wits with an unarmed man. Eight of Wands. Trump said he wants to run against Obama in 2028. Well, it's not going to happen, but you know you'd lose. 10 of Swords. Oh, please speak often. Please speak often. Yeah. And anybody who's going on the Democratic side who's going to run in 2028, please follow his example. Take notes. So, oh, this could be good. This is Trump trying to throw everything he can at it, but nope, 10 of Swords. You will lose. He is the King of Swords. Obama's the King of Swords. You are the fool with the corruption, and you have put a huge rhetorical target in front of yourself. So, whew. Cynthia says I was raised that way too. Bernie says he has more. Obama has more intelligence in his pinky than all of Trump. Yes. So, yay. Okay, that makes me happy. Please, please. Okay. Now we get to a whole lot of complaints on the right. A whole lot of complaints. And the fallout. Okay. This is from Paula. Thank you. Wired and the Daily Beast are reporting that the quote-unquote raw footage that the DOJ released from outside, well, in the general area of Epstein's cell, was the metadata saying it was edited in Adobe Premiere Pro. The file appears to have been assembled from at least 2 source clips, saved multiple times, exported, and then uploaded to the DOJ's website. That conclusion was reached by video forensic experts who studied the footage's metadata and declared that it would be inadmissible in court. Now that people with credibility in their fields are speaking up, will the truth come out? Thank you, Bernie. Wow. 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 Pam Bondi says the raw footage has been released. It was edited in Adobe Premiere Pro, assembled from at least 2 source clips, saved multiple times, exported, and then uploaded to the DOJ's website. And funny, they just, they were doing some repairs, and the camera that would actually show the door of Epstein's cell, there needed to be an update, and the technicians arrived to do that update that day, and the guards were like, gosh, I don't know. And so that particular camera just wasn't working. Well, I know I'm in the right area. I know who we're talking about because the card for the reading, little on the nose. Page of Cups. People are very much in their feelings about this. 9 of Swords. Sleepless nights. This thought of protecting the children. But yeah, you need to protect children from Hillary Clinton in a basement that literally does not exist, in a building that doesn't have a basement. Okay. Burden. I was watching CNN earlier today. I know. I watched some MSNBC, but then I watched some CNN. And there was a roundtable discussion that wasn't an insult to our intelligence. I was surprised. But what some of the people were saying was that on our side, we don't fully understand just how much of a bedrock issue this is to MAGA. That Trump builds his political career on this. And now that if you gave him every benefit of the doubt, which he never deserves, but if you gave him every benefit of the doubt, it would make him look incompetent, if not complicit. A real possibility of it being complicit. Temperance, nothing to see here. There's no list. Okay, what about the rest of the files? What about releasing the files from, I want to say it's Epstein's first trial? Am I correct in that? Did I hear that correctly? That the files in Epstein's first case were sealed? And there were other people talked about in that case. Seven of Swords, Thief card. MAGA's angry. I'm just feeling. I know this is in the center, and over here this is Minor Arcana, but I'm just feeling rage on the right. Oxford Cat says yes, that happened in Florida. Bondi was AG in Florida. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is going away. I'm not holding my breath. This is going away. So let me ask a second question here about this. Was the video, did they take information out of it? Did they take parts out of it that would have been usable in court to, I mean, I don't know how many people would go out of their way. It's not like Epstein has a family who believes in his innocence. But Jane Doe, yes. Oh my gosh. With the amount of photos of Dumpy with Epstein, the mental gymnastics MAGA has to do to get beyond the cognitive dissonance is astounding. Yes. Yes. Oxford Cat, you don't have anything to worry about. Thank you. Oh, I asked about, where we talked about special counsel, Stanman. It's not going to happen. So, oh, thank you, Kristen. Kristen has a link in the chat. Rosie O'Donnell's Instagram response to Dumpy's threaten to revoke her citizenship. Anyway, chaos. Dumpy knows all about it. And right behind that, right behind him, Devil, World, is an ending, and Swords Through the Heart. Entertainment only, but as far as I'm concerned, Dumpy's up to his neck in this. Queen of Pentacles, Pam Bondi. Moon caused absolute chaos. Refusal, just not listening to, no, you've had enough. No. Trump and his ilk, they fed the followers over and over and over, and now they're giving them something completely different. It's like, no. Five of Cups. Disappointment. Eight of Wands. So Trump is going to blather and bluster and you're still talking about that creep? Well, yeah. By the way, it takes one to know one. Yep, Barr's father. Yes, Deborah, exactly. Oh man, this is not going away. Okay, I'm a little surprised because we are so used to this man getting away with everything. But Queen of Wands, this is MAGA. This is the group. I've got Hermit, Justice, and the Death card. Major Arcana. This is, yeah, there are some angry people. Angry people. Well, prove it. Prove that your focus really is the children. That the children mean enough that you would even, I know, crazy, try to hold your cult leader, what looks like your cult leader, accountable. Sorry, I've got a big clump of Major Arcana. I need to split them up. So, yeah, the cult. But boy, there's anger about this. I mean, Alex Jones crying in his car. Who cares? But we are now going to look at Dan Bongino. Lewis says the Kool-Aid has soured. And says they think the list is full of Democrats. Mm-hmm. And how they are just ignoring the best friends for 25 years. He likes them young. 32, 35. Now this could get interesting. FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino did not show up for work on Friday and is reportedly considering quitting after having a shouting match with Attorney General Pam Bondi over the handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Things escalated in the White House this week when Bongino was reportedly confronted by Bondi about the leaking of an article suggesting he and Patel actually wanted more information released on Epstein, but were held back. So she confronted him. Bongino denied being the source of the information. Bongino is a former Secret Service agent and had a podcast that was hugely popular with MAGA before being tapped for the deputy director seat of the FBI. If he leaves and goes back to his podcast, he's going to have lots of listeners. Lots of listeners. He could keep a lot of pressure. Yeah, Lainey, the three monkeys. Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. Yeah. All right, Dan. So, are you going to sell out too? Oh, the children. Please. He's been unhappy with the situation for quite a while. Feeling beaten up that more wasn't released before. Cult members. But this is the MAGA cult, but this is also, it's all about the children, supposedly. It isn't. Because you're not willing to actually go after the people actually involved. You just want to keep that one blinder on. We'll go after all of these Democrats. Move your hand, and you will see on the right the people involved. King of Pentacles. Okay, these people are vile, but a broken clock is right twice a day. And I get the feeling that it's like, okay, there's a small part of his heart that is in the right place, but just only a small part. 3 of Cups. In this deck, that is very literally a child. 6 of Cups. Let me get some clarification on this. Oh, Marby, thank you so much. It really helps. Thank you. Thank you. So let's go to Dan Bongino. There's a lot of Democratic energy here. He might be willing to go against the grain. Fool, that's Trump. Empress, that's the country. Knight of Cups. Again, Cups, Democrats, or actually trying to get to the bottom of this, find predators. Could we put Chris Hansen on this? I guess in theory he could be blaming Democrats. There's actually a chance. There's a chance he might stick to this. Weird. Lewis says, I looked on Google Maps. I couldn't find his heart. Well, you can't look on Google Maps. That's for things that are big. Okay, this talk is so cheap. Yeah. What about Witch says, you are getting some mega hits today. Things are major. Yeah, there's a lot of energy in this. Again, King of Cups in his feelings. He doesn't want to work. If he really thinks that Trump is covering things up, because if Trump won't get rid of Bondi, then he sees the woman who covered things up. There's the institution. Then Trump is complicit. Well, he's not my favorite person. He's not going to become my favorite person, but I'm surprised. There is a chance he is going to walk. I don't trust any of these people, but there's a chance. Jane Doe says, Loomer's going after Bondi. Yes, I saw a video of her, a part of a video of her complaining about this situation. And oh dear, she looks terrible. I felt sorry for her. Oh. Anyway, okay. So so I looked at that. All right, so Claude and Kristen from Uncover the News at 3920. Thank you for being here. Please make sure you're subscribed. I don't know, but my numbers are just dropping. 3930. Seems odd. Unless I've done something I'm unaware of. But, so, another day, So, the terracotta trader sent a letter to Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney announcing that tariffs would rise to 35% unless Canada does more to control fentanyl. Chicken taco, always chickens out. Chicken taco, bluster, and then down. Yeah. Last I heard, wasn't it that in an entire calendar year, the amount of fentanyl coming over the Canadian border into the US was 40 pounds? Wasn't that something like, yeah? Anyway. Flower One Star says everyone may be stressed and maybe giving up hope. That's a real possibility. I hope that this kind of news with friends, consistency, where you can talk to others, where you've got a community, I'm hoping it helps. Okay. Day late and $1 short. Dumpy's, he's making threats, but the next question is about the new tariffs on both EU and Mexico as well, but he may not have the authority to do that. Deborah says, I've heard a few readers say their numbers are down. Don't take it personally. Busy times, school out, vacations, and reunions. Okay. Thank you. Libby says, my hope is waning. Oh, no. Come on. I'm dragging you with me. You're coming with me. We're going to get through this. We are going to get through this. We are not losing our democracy. So, just an embarrassment. Can you imagine? Just put yourself in the shoes of, like, if you were the leader of Canada, you were the prime minister, and we got a letter from Donald Trump. Would you? I mean, seriously, I don't drink, and I'd start having 3 martini lunches. I really would. I don't ever drink. And Knight of Swords. Oh yeah, big, aggressive. Okay. World. Yeah, well, it's you and others. There's a thief card. And the 9 of Swords, sleepless nights. Is he going to go through with it? Is he not? I don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. Is it real? Is it not? Is it? Cases, by the way, I love the kitties. Oh, thank you. I thought we could use lots of sweet faces, little sweet faces and little cuddles. What do you do with this? Seriously, what do you do? Do you have sleepless nights? Do you? This damages us so much. Visualize 70 says you're not allowed to give up. Well, I don't want anybody giving up because we are going to get through this. Oh my gosh, I just cut the deck and I got the Emperor and the Fool together. This is an embarrassment. And there is going to come a point here where the companies who stocked up hugely at the beginning of the year are going to run out of stock. Yeah. Okay. Eight of Wands. Yeah, he sent these letters all over the place. Emperor, hurting our reputation. Wow. Good grief. It's like, recently, it's like the major arcana are like, just, no matter what I do, they just clump together. It's very strange. I separate them out, and the shuffle, and everything's fine, and then they just go back together. Weird. So, Queen of Wands, yes. 7 of Cups, illusion. 9 of Cups, our stuff, merchants. And life goes on. Waste of oxygen. Yes, Deb. He's such a big boy sending letters. Yes. Oh, Cases Monday. I'm going to get a kitty. I miss our baby so much. Oh, Kitty's going to get a forever home. Oh, thank you for doing that. Oh. Oh, that makes me happy. Yay. Okay. We have Jamie Raskin in this next question, so that's good. 46 minutes in. Oops. 46. This morning, Trump also promised a new 30% tariff on both the EU and Mexico. Why? Beginning August 1st, of course. That's his thing now. In 2 weeks. No, August 1st. Jamie Raskin pointed out that Dumpy doesn't have the authority to do that. I mean, linking the Canadian one to drug enforcement, he might have a little leeway, but with the EU, no. And that the power still resides with Congress. So is he going to be... So is this going to go forward or... Well, I mean, there are 3 options, and 2 of the 3 options are no. There's the only yes possibility, which is yes, they go through and it's in court and whatever, things are allowed to go forward for a while. But it's also just as likely that he himself chickens out, or it's deemed illegal, and that's that. So there's a 2 out of 3 chance that no. But Speaker Mikey, the heretic, he hates everything. This is all minor arcana. Yeah, this is Dumpy just poking the pins in the world, just here and here and here. Let's just do the chicken sound again. Maybe at some point. 3 of Cups, Queen of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. This is minor arcana. This is supposed to be these are supposed to be our some of our biggest trading partners, and far right nonsense, and it's hurting our economy, and this energy is weak. Okay. Unless this is more market manipulation, that could be it. There's a point at which even Wall Street will start not reacting to Trump crying wolf. Wall Street is where calling Trump taco, Trump always chickens out, that's where it started. It started on Wall Street. And I wondering, did he get a deal from the Penguins? Nobody's been asking the important questions of strength. Other countries can work together just fine. Fool. 6 of Cups. We used to work things out, but now Trump's legacy. And the legacy is not even just like these tariffs. That isn't even, it's just all of the stupid things he's done. So, yeah. Deborah says, I stocked up and restocked 3 times now. Yeah, I'm still stocked up pretty well. I need to get a few things, but yeah. Wow. Okay, so this is Republicans. How many times have we seen the Fool card today? I know, right? Okay. Normally I wouldn't care, except this jerk is running for the Senate in 2026. So at 50-30, Ken Paxton, who is one of the most vile people in politics, and that's saying something. He's not the worst, but boy, is he up there or down there or whatever. He's awful. Anyway, his wife has filed for divorce on biblical grounds. Biblical grounds? No details, although there's been lots of talk about him and other women. But biblical grounds. And there are some people who are in the evangelical committee who are just saying, hang on. Normally, cheating is you're supposed to suck it up and go to counseling but to get a divorce on it on biblical grounds, I think it's possible he's done it so many times. Or who knows, maybe his mistress is preggers. I don't know. Thank you, Claude. Claude says, I have a request. When Felon 45 chickens out again, play your song at the beginning of your show. Absolutely. Thank you. Amy Sanders is just one woman in particular lately. Okay. This Mrs. Ew. I know. So, but this matters because, his wife is in the Texas legislature, but Ken Paxton is running for Senate next year, 2026. Will this affect him? Looking at you, Texas. Really? You're going to sink that low? You've had Ted Cruz for how long? But now you're going to... Really? You're going to vote for Senate. Bernie says 38 years of marriage. Yeah, the AG of Texas, I believe. Yeah, he's high up. He's high up with cruel King Abbott. Institutions. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. I've been through a divorce. It is sad. But this is... I just got somebody really crying, really sobbing. 2 of Wands. Communication, 6 of Pentacles. Oh, somebody's had their hand in the cookie jar. 9 of Swords. Sleepless nights, secrets. This is not going to be pretty. And if you think, and since he's primarying Senator Cornyn, well, if he thinks that Cornyn or the Democrats are going to just go, oh, well, that's not what this feels like. The truth. Big, bold, in your face. Giovanna is asking, will they grant the divorce with all of the Project 2025 stuff? Well, there's one of the evangelical leaders who has opened his big fat mouth and said, well, and like put out something directed at Ken Paxton's wife saying, well, if you hadn't gone out and tried to have this big career, he wouldn't have cheated on you. Buddy, that's all I need to hear from you, to know exactly who you are and exactly why you should not be leader of anybody. Hello, Gloria. Oh, are Dave's comments being deleted today? That surprises me. Oh, there. This is again ace of right in his face. Right, and this was stupid. All of it. This is his own fault. Page of Cups with the lovers. But card for the reading, yeah. Page of Pentacles. This not helping. 9 of Cups. They are definitely going to use this against him. 10 of Swords. Judgment. Devil. All over him. They may as well just dump a basin of black ink on him. They're just going to, yeah, all over this. Yeah, he's not. This isn't going to be swept under the rug. Nope. Okay. At 56:25, Beth A had a question. Now, this is kind of a Google question, but I don't think so. Beth is saying, did the regime fire all the people from NASA so they could insert their own into NASA? Well, yeah. That and cost cutting, so they could give more money to the billionaires, which is in some cases themselves. And the scientists themselves, I mean, they could go try to start a company somewhere, but without the funding. Marx is SpaceX. Yep. Or Blue Origin, or they don't care. This administration, they don't care about science. There's nothing immediately in it for them. So, Queen of Wands, this was just one more ugly thing. 5 of Swords, adding insult to injury, all the cuts. Chariot, they're big, they were going to send ships, spaceships, and they were going to send all kind of stuff out there. And there were a lot of things already set up. But this big, clunky stupidity in Washington, D.C. And this, being such a huge Star Trek fan, this is noble. Over and over again, the things we do to go into space ends up helping everybody. It creates jobs, it creates new technologies, it's inspiring, but these clunkers, these clunkheads in Washington, D.C., that's all I'm getting. I think they want it cut more than they want to take it over. Okay. Merid had a question, and I am happy to pull 3 cards on this because this isn't a question I normally get. 5930. Does Stephen Miller, Nazi Ferratu? Oh, wait. I don't even have my thing in my ear. That's the actual song, isn't it? Oh, that is a song. Hang on.
Hanging from the rafters of the White House attic, he unhinges his closet and makes his way in a panic to the Oval Office where the master is mad to force out small children to a foreign land. Immigrants haunt him from his fangs to his feet, both him and his ghouls who wear the ghostly sheets. The old and the young, the strapping men on the street. His black heart knows that he can never compete. It's not Seafarer, what did he do? He crept from the attic with a plan so cruel that weaselly ghoul. He shrieks and he bullies with the charms of a shrew. Boo, 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 not Seafarer too. With his vampire glare, hair painted on like a cursed nightmare. The master told him make the country great, so he schemes for fear and a nation of hate. It's not Seafarer too, what did he do? He crept from the attic with a plan so cruel that weaselly ghoul. He shrieks and he bullies with the charms of a shrew. Seafarer too. Seafarer too.
There we go. That's the one I was looking for. Yeah, by the way, that song is on the video, is with the lyrics, everything. It's on this channel. If you click on the name of the channel and you go there, it's yeah, I've got Swing Chicken Taco, and then I've got Nazi Ferratu. And I have some notes on some other things I'll make. But no, I was actually trying to just find the normal background for talking about this jerk. Anyway, I'm glad. Godufi says, shaking my booty. Good. Thank you. All right. Does Nazi Ferratu Stephen Miller perceive himself to be wicked, or does he perceive himself as virtuous? Absolutely virtuous. Okay, it's narcissism. He absolutely, deep down, hates himself. He really does. He was, I know, he was bullied, I'm sure. He was, you know, he's never been, you know, cozy, nice guy, that kind of thing. And so he, to keep his tiny little ego going, he became mean. I did not sing it, but I did write that song. Anyway, wrote the lyrics anyway. So, well, and chose the music. Anyway. No, it's narcissism. And he has to stay angry. He has to, because he has to see himself as above everybody else, or he has to face who he really is. So, no, he absolutely, oh, it's on the channel. It's on the channel. The song's on the channel. It's available anytime you want to listen to it. Oh, Silver, yes, he had another choice. Absolutely. But yeah, he's got this delusion about himself. He's isolated. Nobody likes him. From what I hear, his wife left him. His wife left him for a serial cheater. 10 of Wands, burden, far right burden, working. His whole world, his whole worldview, it's very, very narrow. Very narrow. Yeah. And he's a small, and he's just vile. And in the zone, may we share. Oh, heck yeah. Absolutely. Like any video on YouTube. It's for the public. Share it with whomever you'd like. So, thank you. How does Stephen Miller perceive himself? My stomach's going to hurt if I stay in this energy too long. Okay, I'm glad you like the thunder. It's like a requirement. I like, I don't know if you've seen, I know he's on TikTok. He might be on YouTube Shorts. I'm not sure. Greg, something Stone. Greg, what's his name? What's the cool guy who plays the different characters in the administration? Greg something Stone. Anyway, he every time he turns into Stephen Miller, the character is just, and the music goes. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. No, not Roger Stone. Greg something Stone. He's funny. He does really good commentary. He thinks he's the man. Seriously, he's before Trump. Yeah, he was a day late and a dollar short, but Trump, I mean, just raised him up, just gave him this buffet of cruelty and awfulness to choose from, and now Miller thinks he's the man. You are genetically male, I imagine, but you are not indeed, spoiler alert, he was not indeed the man. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, we had a little bit of, I'm staying on late just to tell you, we have a little bit of good news. 1:07:30. Baltimore's homicide rate has hit a near 50-year low. And I saw an interview with the mayor of Baltimore, and I remembered earlier today, but now it's eluded me. There's another mayor, and they're both having great success in lowering the homicide rate in their cities. And it has to do with focusing on the hospitals. And when somebody has been, I have to be careful what I say on YouTube, pew-pewed, they go to the hospital. And so the mayors have had people going to the people in the hospital and saying, look, we know you want revenge and a cure, but we could give you an opportunity to actually get you into some housing, to help you choose a better life, a better road, and they're having success. So Kelly says, Mayor Scott for Baltimore. So, gosh, imagine that. Instead of trying to get people to stop being awful by just arrest everybody, cruelty, torture, all of that. I mean, there's some people who, yeah, they need to be off the street. They absolutely need to be off the streets, like Donald Trump. But anyway, they need to be locked away. But a lot of people, you could actually pull them back. Queen of Swords. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Four of Pentacles. It's going to be hard to replicate this, especially in more red areas or red states. I mean, think about it. More and more, kind of do you want to live in a red state or a blue state? So, all right. Well, I've stayed over, but we've covered everything that I had. We've covered all the questions you gave me, and we had a little in our seat dance. And yeah, so it is 1:12 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Links in the description box. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. So, anybody who goes to stay calm before this to calm your nervous system down, 15 minutes calming. I don't do that on Sundays, so I'll be back there on Monday. But I will be here tomorrow. Absolutely. I'm here every single day. Okay? So please remember, you're not alone. We are in this together. We're going to get through this together. And I know it seems like there aren't good days ahead, but there are. All right. Hang in there. And I'll see you later. Thank you. Thank you.